Nile Niami thinks that his massive mansion that he's in the final stages of building in Bel Air right now is worth $500 million. But his real estate agents and his lenders think the house is worth a lot less, probably somewhere close to $340 million. Then there's other people who have the opinion that this house won't sell at any price because it's just simply too over the top and too unrealistic for any family to actually live in. In today's video, we're going to talk about how much I think that this house is worth on paper and how much I think it will actually sell for if it sells at all. I'm not an appraiser, but I have been buying and selling real estate for 10 years now, so I have a pretty good perspective on what appraisers are looking at whenever they're assigning a value to a home. So when we do our study today, I'm hoping we can come up with a pretty accurate figure on what this house is worth. And before we get into the video, I just want to address one thing really quick with you guys. So these Nile Niami videos that I've been making for the past couple of weeks have been getting a ton of traffic and a ton of attention, and that's awesome, but I can't make videos about Nile Niami forever. But I am going to commit to you guys today that every week for at least the next 4 or 5 weeks, I'm going to do a video that's somewhat related to Nile Niami and this house. My Tuesday upload will be something related to Nile and any news surrounding this project. And then on my Friday videos, I'm going to focus solely on my own flip projects, and I'm going to take you guys over to the houses that I'm currently working on and show you the progress. So if you're into either one of those styles of content, think about hitting subscribe, because according to my YouTube analytics, only like 25% of the people who are watching these videos are actually subscribers. If you're new to my channel, my name is Scott. I'm a real estate investor. I've been doing this for about 10 years now, and this YouTube channel is just kind of a platform for me to share my real estate investing experiences with the world, plus talk about other random real estate related topics like we're doing today. So let's get into the video, but really quick first, I always have to ask if you wouldn't mind just hit the like button down below for me before we move any further, because that would really help to support me and this video and my channel. Since there may be people who clicked on this video who don't know what we're talking about today, let's spend like 1 minute talking about who Nile Niami is and what this project is all about. Nile Niami is a real estate developer out of LA who's become kind of notorious for building these extravagant, ridiculous, over-the-top mansions that he tries to sell from anywhere from $50 million to $100 million. He's been doing this for a while now, so he's built a pretty good reputation for himself as a luxury home builder in LA. The project that we're talking about today is one that he has nicknamed The One. It's a 105,000 square foot mansion in the heart of Bel Air, and he's been working on it for about 10 years now. The house has 21 bedrooms, 42 bathrooms, and just to name a few of the amenities, it has a bowling alley, a movie theater, a cigar lounge, 5 outdoor swimming pools, a juice bar, a salon, and a nightclub. The master bedroom in the house alone is 5,500 square feet, and it literally has a kitchen in the bedroom. Just to put that in perspective, the average single family home in America right now is 2,300 square feet. So that means that the master bedroom inside of the One is twice the size of the average home in America. Everything about the house is over the top, and if you've watched any of the videos online or you've seen any of the photos of the place, you probably agree that it shows much more like a commercial space, like a hotel, rather than a house where a family would actually live. The house is in the final stages of the build, and just like we talked about in the last video, due to some financial troubles that Nile's having with the loans on the property, he's under some serious pressure to get the house finished and sold. Now that we're all up to speed on the house, let's talk about how we're going to try to assign a value to this place. I mean, Nile Niami can think that the house is worth $500 million, and his lenders and agents can think the house is worth $340 million, but how are these guys coming up with these crazy numbers to begin with? It all starts with comparing this house to other homes in the area that are similar that have recently sold. And the issue with this house that any real estate agent, any buyer, or any appraiser is going to have is there's not any homes in the area that have ever sold that are anything like this one. In fact, now that I think about it, there's not really any other homes like this one anywhere else in the world. So assigning a value to this place will be a combination of just figuring out the average price per square foot of homes that have sold in Bel Air that are new construction, plus maybe giving him a couple of bonus dollars for all the crazy amenities that are in this house. Today we'll be able to establish roughly what this house is worth on paper, but remember, at the end of the day, it's really only worth as much as somebody's willing to pay for it. So let's break this down into 3 different sections. First, we'll talk about the neighborhood Bel Air and exactly where The One is located. Then we'll look at all of the new construction homes that have recently sold in Bel Air. Next, I want to look at all the new construction homes that are for sale in Bel Air. And then finally, we can come up with a price per square foot figure and assign a value to The One. For anybody anybody who's not familiar with California, here's a little bit of info about Bel Air. Bel Air is located in a pocket west of LA and just northwest of Beverly Hills. Google describes Bel Air as a ritzy residential enclave in the verdant foothills of the Santa Monica Mountains with two stately entrance gates off Sunset Boulevard, leading to winding streets lined with lavish mansions on large properties with lush vegetation. As of the last report, there were 8,650 people who live in Bel Air with a median age of 45. There are 3,513 total households. The median house price is $2 million, and the median household income is $300,000. Due to the exclusive nature of the area, there's a ton of celebrities who either live there or have lived there in the past, like Jay-Z, Jennifer Lopez, Elon Musk, and Marilyn Monroe. The house, The One, is located basically right in the middle of Bel Air, is perched on top of a mountain just west of the Hotel Bel Air, and it's pretty hilarious how massive it looks from this satellite view on Google. Alright, so now let's get into the comps together, and let's start by looking at new construction homes that have recently sold in Bel Air, and we'll sort it priced highest to lowest. When you look at new construction homes that have sold in the last 6 months in Bel Air, there's only 6 homes that come up. There are these 2 monster ones that sold for $36 million last month, and then the others had much lower sale prices of 15.4, 8.8, 6.9 and $6.75 million. But do you guys want to hear something crazy? Since I've been doing so much research on this guy for the past couple of weeks, when I saw these two $36 million sales, I knew something looked familiar. Then after just a little bit of Googling, check it out. Both of the $36 million sales from last month are homes that Nile Niami actually built. So not to get sidetracked here, but it's pretty fascinating to see that he's kind of setting his own comps for The One, because the only 2 new construction homes that have sold in Bel Air in the last 6 months, which will be comps for him, are homes that he built. So these 2 houses are like perfect comparables because they're very close in proximity to The One. They were sold very recently, and they were built by the same developer, which means they're going to have very similar finishes and amenities. These 2 places sold for an average price of $1,750 per square foot, so we'll hang on to that number for later in our analysis. Okay, so next let's take a glance at the new construction houses that are currently for sale in Bel Air. There are a total of 10 listings, and I have this thing sorted by price, starting with highest to lowest. You can see here that the highest price home in Bel Air right now is just under $88 million. After that, the price drops pretty dramatically to $42 million, then $32 million, and as we scroll down to the bottom, you'll see that the cheapest new build in Bel Air is priced at about $9 million. While I was doing this analysis, there's a few things that I noticed about these super high-priced homes in LA, and one is that they've been on the market a really long time, and another is that a lot of them have seen some massive price drops. Like, let's look at this really modern one for $42 million together, for example. This place has been on the market for 209 days, so that's like 7 months with a current broker, but check out if you go down here to the price history. This place started at $56 million back in December of 2018. It was dropped to $49 million with a different brokerage in October of 2020, and now they just dropped the price again to $42 million. So this place, for example, has had the price drop by $14 million over the course of the past 2.5 years, and it still hasn't sold. I think that examples like this tell us that it's safe to say that there's not a very large pool of buyers out there right now who are looking for these high-priced homes in LA, and because of that, I think that our friend Nile is going to have a really hard time when he tries to sell The One. Alright, so now that we've looked at all of the new construction homes that have sold in Bel Air over the last 6 months, plus we've looked at all of the new construction homes that are currently for sale in Bel Air, what do we think that The One is actually worth? Quick warning, I'm going to nerd out and throw a lot of numbers and math around right now, but hopefully it's easy enough to follow along with. First of all, let's go back to the fact that we have 2 comparable homes that were built by the same guy that just sold last month, which traded at an average of $1,750 per square foot. Since The One is 105,000 square feet, if we apply a simple price per square foot calculation to this, that puts the value at $183,750,000. All of the other sold properties in the area sold at a much lower price per square foot of anywhere from $750 to $1,250 per foot, but let's just give him the benefit of the doubt and say that The One is going to sell for right around the same price as he sold his other properties for. Then when we pivot over to the for sale properties, the asking price on those deals are much more optimistic. I looked at the most comparable house on that for sale list, and the sellers on that one are asking $2,400 per square foot. So let's apply that same math again of $2,400 per square foot times 105,000 square feet, and that gives us a value of $252 million for the one. Generally speaking though, the issue with price per square foot is when you go up in square foot, you usually go down in the price per square foot that you get back as a developer. So it's not really realistic or fair to compare his 105,000 square foot property to these much smaller 20,000 square foot properties. With that being said, I'm gonna put my final number up here now, and that is that this property will probably trade for somewhere around $1,500 per square foot, or $157,500,000. We know that Nile owes his lenders about $110 million, plus there's going to be at least $10 million more of closing costs and commissions that he needs to pay when he sells, if he sells at that price. So that means that if he sells at that price, he's only walking away with about $37,500,000. And the reason that I say that he's only walking away with that amount is because I highly doubt that he'll be profiting anything if he only walks away with $37 million, because he probably has much more of his own personal money into this deal. Time will tell what ultimately happens with this place, and like I said at the beginning, I plan to give you guys all the updates when it's listed for sale and when it ultimately finally sells. If you enjoyed the video and the analysis today, guys, just one more reminder to hit the like button down below for me if you could before you go, because that would really help me out a lot. And another reminder to hit the subscribe button as well if you're not already a subscriber, because I'm posting new videos every week. But that's all I've got for you guys this time, so until next time, see ya!